There is a story about a man who wanted to move from the desert to the sea. So he announced everyone that he will go to live on the shore of the ocean. And now he was living in the desert. And then he put all his possessions in a boat and thought that I will go with a boat to the shore of the ocean. I will need that boat on the water. And he started to take that boat to the water, to the ocean. And he was pulling it, he was pushing it, he was trying to make it float in the desert on the sand. And there was so much work. He was keep dragging that boat, and it was so heavy. And he was thinking, when I'm going to reach the ocean, the boat is going to float. There will be water. It will be easy. But now it is difficult. And I have to drag it. I have to pull it. And one wise person was passing by. And she looked at him pulling that boat on the sand in the desert and started to laugh. He said, "What are you doing here? It's not possible to make a boat progress in such a desert, on the sand, on the land. That's too much hard work. Why would you want to do that?" And the man explained it, and that wise person laughed again and said, "You need to put wheels under the boat. The boat works only in the ocean. And here on the land, you need to have a car or you need to have a train. There are different laws of how to make progress on the land, different laws of how to make progress when you are on the water, different laws when you try to fly. You cannot fly with a boat, neither with a vehicle or a car. You need an aeroplane to fly. So, when you feel that you are struggling or you're making a lot of hard work, sometimes you don't even notice that you are doing hard work. Sometimes you do not realize that you are pulling the boat on the sand and you are trying to make a boat progress on the land, and you push it and pull it and drag it, and it is so heavy. And maybe many others are in your boat and they jump in and out and they just watch you, and you keep on pulling it. And you don't realize it is such hard work, labor. Is that meant to be like this in the spiritual life? Do you feel that you are doing that hard work and you are not getting the results that you would like to see? Then what is a solution? As soon as you reach the ocean, everything will work fine with the boat. But until and unless you are on the water, the boat cannot be used. So you need a different way to make progress when you are not in the ocean. Here, you feel that the ocean is a supreme soul. And when you are in connection with the supreme soul, everything is so easy. Everything is progressing fine. When you are merged in the love for the supreme soul, you feel like sailing with the wind, and there is absolutely no effort and there is so much enjoyment. However, the rest of the time when you're not connected, when you don't find it easy to be with the Supreme, you need a way to still come closer. You need a way to make your mind calm and you want to be able to connect in the next moment. But then you have to use a car, you have to use a train, you have to use the right vehicle until you reach your destination. And what is this car? This car is a vehicle of the knowledge, churning this spiritual knowledge. When the connection is not fully there, when awareness is not fully awakened, when you feel you are not in touch with your original qualities, that is because you have not kept the knowledge in your intellect. And also at that time, what helps is to keep on churning the points of knowledge. Churn the knowledge, imbibe it, put it into practice, express it in your behavior. Take one point of knowledge every hour and keep thinking of it in a deep way. Address a few questions to each point of knowledge. What is the relevance of this point of knowledge to me? What is the significance of this point of knowledge for me? What is the significance of the soul? What is the significance of light? What is the significance of the body? What is the significance of the end of time? What is the significance of all these points for me? Why they are significant to me? Why they are important? Why they are relevant to me? And the second question you can address yourself is how? How am I going to become the embodiment of someone who is always in light? These days, we are remembering the image and the behavior of a great yogi named Mama. Mama was the embodiment of light, light of knowledge, an enlightened mind, an enlightened intellect. She was always staying in the light of the spirit, not going into the darkness of fear or ignorance of vice. So, how do I imbibe the knowledge in such a way that I become the embodiment of spiritual light? How do I experience that I am always happy? How do I practice unlimited renunciation? How do I follow my ancestor souls, my souls who have been ahead of me? How do I follow them? So this is a second question. How? How do I put this point of knowledge into practice? Then we can ask ourselves, why? Why am I doing this now? Why now and not later? What is happening now in my life? Why this can help me? Why this can help others? What are the benefits of this point of knowledge in my life and in the life of others? How is this going to impact and change others? When I imbibe points of knowledge, when I see only virtues in others, qualities, powers, why is this useful to me? I will change and I will have a better behavior, and others will also be inspired. So, when there is any difficulty in your spiritual life, it means you are not navigating in the waters of the ocean of love, ocean of knowledge, ocean of peace, which is a supreme soul. And to be able to get back into the water with your boat, you have to use a vehicle. You have to use a way to come closer to that yog, to that stage of being immersed in the ocean of peace and love. And this vehicle is imbibing the points of knowledge, churning the points of knowledge. Tell the points of knowledge to someone else, share them, write a little lecture, write a class on how you would share your experience with someone else. So make it practical. Today, pick up 3 points of knowledge from the Raja Yoga teachings and imbibe them, become them, explain them to others, and also address each one of them with the 3 questions. What is the relevance of this point for me? How will I become this? And why now? Why is this beneficial for me? So let us make it a day when everything is easy. When you are connected, you feel like floating on the ocean. When you are not connected, then drive your vehicle with peace, with contentment, with clarity, with certainty that you will become connected. And then you will be able to fly. Fly in the vehicle of the divine intellect and enjoy flying with the Supreme Soul.